Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome to another week in medical school. Today is the first day of the second block of my first year of medical school. We have a couple more mandatory classes today than usual because the first meeting of every class is mandatory, just so that they can go over some introductory things and some syllabus things so that we're all prepared for the rest of the block. It is about 8:40 now, so I need to head to campus for the first class of the day, PSP, and I will talk to you after that. So cold out.
Hard to make, and that we're like.
Alright, home now, made it through all 6 of those lectures, made Anki for the PSP and anatomy lectures. I haven't decided how I want to study for physiology yet. We had 2 physiology lectures today, and I went to both of them and just took notes in my notebook, but I feel like I still need to make Anki for it as well. I'm anticipating it being kind of a challenging course. Even just what we went over today was a little over my head, but went to lectures, got groceries so we have stuff to eat for this week, made myself an afternoon coffee. I got the Nespresso advent calendar this year and it makes me so happy. Jacob is gonna make dinner soon. I should probably get to studying. Just have to decide if I want to make Anki for physiology or if I want to just start on my Anki for everything else. We'll see. Good morning, happy Tuesday. It is just about time to head to campus for the day. This morning we have 3 biochem lectures. I'm gonna go to the first one. I don't think I'm gonna go to the other 2 because I'm gonna stick to not going to lectures that aren't mandatory for things like biochem. It worked for me really well last block. Then this afternoon we do have a mandatory online interprofessional lecture and then 2 physiology lectures, which I haven't decided what I want to do with yet. I think I might want to actually go and attend them in person, but I might also just watch them online. I don't know, we'll see. It is time to head to campus now though, so I'll catch up with you after that. Been kind of leisurely as far as schoolwork today. It's about 4 now. I'm about to log on for training for the free clinic, but I went to biochem lecture this morning. None of the first lectures took attendance or talked about the syllabus like I thought they were going to, but it was fine to go to them. I just made Anki for the lecture while I was there, and then I went and worked out, gave Layla a bath, and then took a really long nap that I didn't think was going to be so long, but I didn't set a timer for, and ended up being like a 2.5 hour nap. And now I have the coffee that I made from my Nespresso advent calendar. I'm going to log on for the meeting, and then after that we need to really get into some schoolwork. I should probably clean off my desk so I can actually start studying here. Despite having been a woman in STEM for like 7 years now, I do still have to look up the lowercase delta every time I see it to remember what letter it is. Good morning, happy Wednesday. Sorry it's a little loud, I'm just waiting for the car to warm up before I drive to campus. I have a slightly lighter day today, I feel. We have OMM lecture at 8 a.m. That's why I'm driving myself, and Jacob was walking Layla himself. And then we have OMM lab this morning as well, and then 3 anatomy lectures this afternoon, which I obviously will not be going to, but it doesn't feel like as bad a day as like the first day where we had 6 intense lectures. But gonna let the car warm up, head to campus, and I'll check in with you after that. is always at least one day in every vlog where I just get too busy and forget to record anything else, and that was Thursday this week. We had 7 lectures, 1 patient symptoms presentation, 2 physical exam skills, 2 biochem, 2 phys. I feel like maybe I'm overcomplicating it, but I still haven't decided how to study for phys. Maybe I'll let you know in the next video. But I'm using today to get my life back together after kind of a rough first week back, and that includes finishing this video. So the most exciting thing since I talked to you last was my first shift at my medical school's free clinic. It was wonderful. I was just pretty nervous because these are real actual people and they're real actual healthcare, and moving into a more physician-y role already where we're doing the history and follow-up, we're doing any exams so long as we know how to do them, we're helping to plan their care moving forward. It's just a little bit scary, a little bit of pressure. There are still actual physicians there to double check everything that we do and to make sure that their plan moving forward is actually the plan that it should be. And those physicians were so nice and so good at making sure that every patient still got really quality care. The most exciting part of my shift, which I am so proud of myself for, is that I administered a vaccine for the first time ever, which was really cool, which is funny to think about because I know in like 10 years when I've actually been a physician for a while, it'll be like nothing to me, but I'm still at that point where every little new skill that I learn is like so cool and exciting that I know it. So as a first-year medical student, it felt very cool to do, and also brings me to a broader point I wanted to share about these free clinics, which I think pretty much every medical school has. And I think our free clinic is really great. We get to spend so much more time with each patient than in the kind of, you would typically think of, the 15-minute insurance regulated primary care visit that a lot of patients deal with. We get to spend so much more time than that, and I think that makes the patient feel much more heard and understood. I also heard from our orientation leader that we have, I think it's like 20 specialties that they can see in this clinic specifically. It's not just primary care, and if they need anything beyond those specialties, there's a partnership with a nearby hospital so that they can get those extra tests, other specialists for also no cost, which from my understanding is pretty above and beyond for a free clinic, and it makes me very happy to be part of this free clinic specifically. And I think it is really important to have these, even if it's kind of as a result of a less equitable overall healthcare system than a lot of us would like to see. And then the flip side of that is that we are literally students. I just got to medical school and they were completely comfortable with letting me administer a vaccine yesterday, which granted is not like that complicated a skill, but it's just kind of an understanding with patients at these free clinics that a student is going to be working on them. I really recommend the book No Apparent Distress. I thought it was a really good read and kind of goes into the ethics and benefits of free clinics, in addition to some other points about kind of the equity of healthcare. It's a really good book, but basically I feel a really big responsibility to do an excellent job during my shifts at these free clinics, and I know that my peers do as well, because again, it's actual people and their healthcare, and it is just as much a privilege for us medical students to get to be providing this care during literally our first and second years run this clinic at my school. Our first and second years of medical school, we get to have this kind of clinical exposure is just as much a privilege for us as it is for the patients to be receiving this free healthcare. But anyways, that is just my 2 cents. I feel really lucky and really excited to be part of this clinic with my school, and thank you so much for joining me for this first week back of medical school for Block 2, and I will see you in the next one.